The richness of the African American experience is heard in the very songs the choir sings on Sunday mornings. It's a richness that includes work far beyond the church walls.
We need to go back to our roots. I've been in mission many years, and when I started, the cry from other countries, other nations of people, they asked me, are there any African American missionaries?
In fact, America's first missionary was George Liele. Liele was an emancipated slave who started the first African Baptist church in Savannah, Georgia, before heading to Jamaica in 1782 to start others.
I know that nothing good happens to anybody.
It's a history lesson missionary Brenda Stratton shares often. Her ministry Message to the Nations works to encourage more people to pursue missions work.
From a little girl, God called me into the field of mission. I didn't understand it because I thought a missionary was a little lady, go to Africa with a bun on her head, never to be seen again. So I didn't want that portion of it. When God called me, he told me, he said, I'm calling you to answer a slave woman's prayer. He said that she's crying for her children to be free, but really free. And I'm sending you, as a result of her prayers, to go and free people.
One of her latest projects is bringing electricity and a computer lab to a mud hut village in Ghana. Still, numbers show there's more work to be done. For example, a Christianity Today report showed the number of black churches in the Southern Baptist Convention has grown more than 80% in the last decade to 3,400 U.S. congregations. But of the convention's 4,900 international missionaries, only 27 were black.
The world knows that African Americans have suffered from slavery and other atrocities in life. And so they're interesting to know, especially now that there has become an African American president, how did God take you through some of the issues that you have, because we face some of the issues.
Stratton says sometimes the issues of poverty and struggle right outside the church's doors keep them from missions abroad. But
mission includes everything. God said to your Jerusalem, Judea, and the uttermost. He didn't say choose. He said to do it all. There's enough work for us all to do. We don't do one at the neglect of another.
And no one voice can replace another on the mission field.
The African American church became a place of refuge. It became, in some ways, an invented culture. And I don't say that disrespectfully. I believe it was a collaboration of the Holy Spirit, of God, with a wounded, rejected, orphaned people who found refuge in Him.
That unique story is why YWAM's John Dawson works with Brenda Stratton. He encourages African Americans to take to the mission field and not to assume there's only work for them in Africa.
So we always say, for instance, the Koreans are the key to reaching Japan because they're similar North Asians. But the Japanese are fascinated with gospel music.
And even music can open the door to a mission field where the harvest is plentiful and the laborers are few.